Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. She. Okay. Hi there. You're welcome to Lunchtime Discourse on Vanguard Live. This is where we discuss all current issues, on all spheres of life. There's no limit to our discussion, whether it's big or small issues. This is where we discuss everything. And today we're going to be talking about the agitation for um, self ethnic independence, and we're going to be talking to um, a member of the Yoruba nation in diaspora. His name is Fatai Ogunribido. He's a journalist and public commentator based in the UK. And Fatai is also the secretary of the media committee of Nigerians in diaspora, the UK chapter. And as we all know, today we woke up with the news of the attack on the Chief Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, in Soka, Oyo State.
Hello.
And so many, you know, news information has been creeping out from Oyo State, and we Mr. Fatai is here, Mr. Ogunribido rather is here to discuss this and more issues with us. You're welcome, Mr. Fatai. Mr.
Yes, good afternoon over there.
Okay.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. So
Yeah.
nice to see you.
Okay.
I'm glad to be
Uh,
here.
you're welcome. This is the second attack on Sunday Igboho, and some said this has is been coming, like it's been pending, and it's just happening now. It just happened last night. Do you think government is really now set to end the dissenting voices? That's been all these people that's been calling for secession, especially with the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah, thank you, Yetunde. Actually, it is indeed a very, very uh, deep issue that we are going to tackle now. Um, Most especially when we consider the circumstances that led to what is happening now, and the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, and as well as the visit to Sunday Igboho's home early this morning in what I would describe as an attempted murder, because that was the mission of those military, to that place. And if you see the video that was shown, and you see the sporadic shooting inside the building, you will know that definitely it was an attempted murder. They went there to go and destroy him and kill him off. That was the intention. And if I may make reference to a statement issued this afternoon by Professor Banji Akitoye, the Alano of Ilana Homo Odua, he aptly described what happened there. Actually, the report earlier was that two people were killed. Now we were made to understand that there were 7 that were killed and taken away from the house.
Yeah.
The sporadic shooting in
Was
that
that
house.
after a head count? Was that after a head
Pardon?
count?
Did what?
Was that the number of people discovered? Was that after you did they did a head count of the occupants of the
Yes,
house?
there were people there who stood by watching.
Okay.
There were people there who stood by watching, even greeting the military people. So though they were scared, but they saw them because they were not. Their business was with the house, not with people around the area. So people saw them what they were doing. So and 7 people were killed, and the entire place was splattered with blood. You will see a lot and lots of pictures are. I mean, it's not. This is not propaganda. We are talking about the reality of what happened overnight.
Yeah.
And then one of the agitators was taken away by them, the Lady K. Feolua. She's based in Europe. She's only on a short visit to Nigeria, and has been the guest of Igbo for about for a few days now. She was taken away. So what happened overnight was an attempted murder of Chief Sunday Igboho. That is just it. And the circumstances that lead to that, maybe with time, we'll be discussing it during this, I mean, at this forum as time goes on.
Yes. Did you see this coming? At least right after Kanu was arrested, some have been saying that Igboho would be the next target.
Well, nobody will have equated Igboho's circumstances with that of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has been a thorn in the flesh of the government for a very long time. He has an organization that has been completely deconstitutionalized. IPOB has been tagged as a terrorist organization. And at the same time, when you see the circumstances of what has been happening in the southeast, will you be saying that the government is the real terrorist or IPOB is the real terrorist? When you see your entire race being destroyed, when you see carnage happening within your own people, and you wake up in the morning to see that your people are being killed by a callous sort of government, what do you think should be the reaction? So whatever action that Nnamdi Kanu has taken in confronting the government, I would rather say is justified, because it's putting across a message that you are destroying my own people. We have a right to our own land. This has been a contest between the federal government and Nnamdi for a very long, Nnamdi Kanu for a very long time. But we are talking about Igboho now, who has never been seen with any gun, who has never killed anybody by the record of the government or anything. Nobody can say that he has done anything. What he's saying that his people in the southwest of Nigeria are being harassed, kidnapped, killed, murdered in daylight. People are, I mean, you can see people being kidnapped en masse. It's like law and order has completely broken down in Nigeria. And we are witnessing a situation whereby in southwest Nigeria cannot, I mean, farmers cannot, in southwest Nigeria, farmers cannot go to their farms. And there is a calculated and gradual destruction of Yoruba race in that land. This is what is happening. If we will have the bandits parading around with AK-47, and you see all these war mercenaries being imported from Mali, Libya, from the Republic of the Chad, these are francophone nations bringing in mercenaries. What are they doing? They are coming, penetrating the bushes in southwestern part of Nigeria. Where are they penetrating? These are places where we have enormous resources, enormous economic resources, gold, diamond, bitumen, all sorts of things. So what is at stake now is an ethnic cleansing is flooding in southwest Nigeria. Because after the explanation of the amalgamation of Nigeria in 2014, I think there is now a new plan to recolonize that country. And the government of Nigeria is a proxy government. And because it's a proxy government, it's just dancing to the tune of its master, who are the Europeans.
Let's come back. Let's come back to that. We'll go to that shortly. You mentioned that there's a difference between Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. Can you analyze these differences for us, because they're both, agitating for the ethnic independence.
Thank you. They are both agitating for freedom.
Yeah.
And self-determination. That is very true. Now, last time we saw how Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail and traveled out of the country. So that itself made the federal government to declare him as wanted. So nobody would have thought that Sunday Igboho will fall to that category of people who are going to be raided overnight in an attempted murder. Because if that guy had been caught at home today, by now he'll be a dead man. This is the reality. Because people in the house explained how guns were being shot indiscriminately in the house. And those who survived it were lucky to have survived it. Because all the doors were open with guns. Serious shooting in the house. And the shooting that was what led to about 7 of the boys residing in that house to be killed. So definitely, if Igbo had been in that house today, by now you be a dead man. The lady who happens to reside in Europe, who was only on a visit, was lucky to be living today. Likewise, the Igbo's wife, who was there, who was in the residence as well. So there is nothing comparable between Nnamdi Kanu and Igbo, because Igbo never committed any offense. All he's saying is, please, let my people, let them go and have their free life. You can't be coming to southwest and destroy the crops in the farm, subjecting Yoruba people to hunger after deprivation for over 106 years of amalgamation, and even prior to amalgamation, since early 1900, when the resources of the southerners are being spent on the northerners. When Lord was the Governor General of the Northern Protectorate, and Lord MacGregor was the Governor General in the southern part of the Southern Protectorate. And that was what actually brought us the doom of today. Because during that time, there were no resources in the north, and there was problem between Lord MacGregor and Lugard, which eventually led to...
Mr. Oguribido, let's come back to the discourse. Let's come back to the discourse.
So what we're talking about now is the southwest of Nigeria being under a systematic ethnic cleansing, simply because the entire Africa is currently being recolonized, and it is time for Nigeria now to be depopulated, and they want that depopulation to take place in southwest Nigeria, because they know the only people that have the wherewithal to emancipate the black people's life are the Yoruba people, and the southern people, and even and even as well as southern people in Nigeria.
Okay, so let's hold that. Let's hold that thought, Mr. Ogunibido. Let's hold that thought. Let's hold that thought, and let's come to your Yoruba nation, which you are one of their officials. You know, let's talk about the Yoruba nation. You know, the view here, amongst many residents in Nigeria, is that the Yoruba nation, or the Nigerians in diaspora, are the ones pushing for this agitation, right? And you are the one funding and pushing for this idea. Is this true or not?
Okay, let me just go back to that history. Early last year, we have the YWC, the Yoruba World Congress, who actually took the baton after assessing the entire system and realizing that unless something is done, Southwest Nigeria may go into stagnation and serious hunger and gradual destruction. And they decided that unless something is done now, Yoruba land in 3 years' time might be history.
What were the indications, or what were the indices that you looked at to come to that conclusion?
There are lots and lots of things that are happening in Nigeria, which actually you are even a witness to. For instance, tell me, as you are sitting there, you can't tell me, you can't be less than 40. And tell me, how many times have you enjoyed electricity in the past 40 years in Nigeria? Where are the roads? Where is the water? So tell me, everybody, every individual is a government to himself. You provide your own home, you provide your own water, you provide your own electricity, you provide your, even community people, they rally around to level their roads so that their cars can pass. So tell me, will you tell me Nigeria is a nation or just a scam?
So
It's a business
wouldn't we attribute that to bad governance and not a kind of
bad
conspiracy against the
governance.
nation?
Bad governance for how many years? Are you telling me 200 million people are so stupid as so we can't see people can emancipate the life of people? But because Nigeria from the onset is designed to be a business center for the Europeans. This is the reality of what is happening. So most of the government we have in Nigeria, they are not determined government. They are promising government. They are serving their masters. And the masters they are serving are those that are behind them, giving them the guns to go and confront the people. And if I may ask you, let's come back to Buhari era. If you remember, 2015, 16, 17, 18 budgets, they came in quick succession. Tell me, what have you got today to show for the budgets? We had it on the radio, we had on the television, it's on the pages of newspaper. But tell me, what have anybody got to show? Many of the bridges or roads they are showing today were roads that were started that during the Goodluck Jonathan era, when there was agreement between China and Nigeria, oil for infrastructure development, signed then. That was the reason why initially when Buhari came and he was going to do his business with the Western and America, but later he just realized that there was certain things agreement that's why he rushed to China to go and say, okay, the agreement still stays. If you remember, overnight,
Well,
2015,
government is supposed to be a continuum.
So all these things tells you that Nigeria is a scam. What can you see people on the street? Can you see hunger on the street? What can people say they are proud of today in Nigeria? Nothing. This is the reality. There is no any other side to it. We are being destroyed as a people in Nigeria. And if Southwest is now saying, please, we know that IPOB has been on that agitation for a very long time, wanting their Biafra nation. If Southwest is now taking place, it is time for us now to go and reassess ourselves and start a foundation for our own development. Why are they saying no? Because we have always been their bread and butter. Every resources that is being used today to build their roads to the Niger Republic, to build their train lines, rail lines to these are resources from the southern part of Nigeria. So it doesn't add up at all. So why wouldn't we now say, now please let us go and let us go and have a life? We are humans. Where is the equity here as a country? We have the east, we have the west, we have the north. Why is the entire resources being concentrated in the north? Why is that people they don't care about anybody? Where is the electricity? Even before Jonathan exited the government, there were improvements. There were lots and lots of equipment and parts that were imported to Nigeria. That if it was given the opportunity to run second term, by now Nigeria will be a different place. But we have some people who already have their mindset to destroy that country because of recolonization. And maybe you saw a clip where one of the big nations of the world said that they were the one that actually put Buhari there, that they spent their money to ensure that Buhari won the election and they manipulated it. So Nigeria is a scam. It's a European business empire. And that's the reason why we as a people say yes, please let us go and create pride for ourselves and people on the street. Hunger is ravaging people. No road, no light. Where is life?
Mr. Gorobido, you have established the fact, why you want the Yoruba nation, but you have not given us how you intend to go about it, considering the level of insecurity and tension, and killings already happening in the country. How do you intend to go about this?
Why is tension happening in the country? The tension is happening because the government has failed the people. The tension is happening because the government has an agenda. And that agenda is to compromise the nation and create a Fulanized nation supported by some Europeans, led by Francophone nation, by France, who have been using Francophone nations to penetrate all our bushes. You may be asking, You see all these hard men, all these mercenaries carrying new AK-47. Where are they getting this from? You can buy AK-47 on the street market. These are the reality, but because we here, we have access to information. We know what is happening. And let me tell you this. In 2018, there is this man in America. His name is Frank Gaffney. He released a press release appealing to Donald Trump that Nigeria was about to be taken down. And he was appealing that Donald Trump should try and concentrate all leaders of the world to hold a meeting and set up committee so that the doom will not happen.
By who?
And he said if the catastrophe is allowed to happen, the entire world is going to be shaking.
Take him down by who? Take him down by who?
Pardon?
By who?
Well, you are taking down. I mean, that's a call. You have to understand it. That is, Nigeria is about to be mutilated, so that maybe something else will emerge. The reason why I'm telling you this was January 2018. How many years after? 18, 19, 20, 21. Almost 3.5 years after. A scenario is now coming whereby mercenaries are coming to southern part of Nigeria, penetrating every nook and corner. We are having hoodlums now coming. I mean, the mercenaries kidnapping people, raising money through that. Billions upon billions. People who are already on their faith, who can't even afford 2 meals a day, are being kidnapped, and these people are asking for ransoms. Excuse me, tell me what else can you describe as a scenario for a war? The entire nation is upside down, and we have a parliament that is only proxy. They are being used as a distraction.
Do you agree that the agitations are further fueling the insecurity in the country?
How can now? Let me tell you. By saying that, you are misinforming the people. People watching this, then you should be educated. You should be educating them. When you are saying that agitation, a peaceful agitation being made that we want a nation is bringing. Let me tell you. Did you hear what I told you?
I hope you know that they are the people the agitators are also threatening government.
Nigeria had been sensitized that it was going to be taken down. If you have the boldness, I will send the video. You can play it. We are talking about an American security expert saying this, and people who are now agitating for their own. Are you telling me the way things are going in Nigeria, things are okay? That the Yorubas have got no right to ask for their self-determination? Is that what you are telling me?
But do we need to fuel insecurity to achieve that?
Are we the one importing the mercenaries? Where you see the mercenaries that are positioned in places where you have the resources in the southern part of Nigeria, is that the work of the people who say, let my people go, we are being destroyed? Please. You have to let people understand what is happening.
Okay, that's why you are here.
Your life matters to me. Everybody's life matters to me. I have to tell you the truth. If the government is covering their agenda, and you are so blessed, having people like us abroad to sensitize you and open your eyes, and you refuse to open, well, we've done our home base. By the time the reality downs on you, you'll be surprised. And now you want to blame yourself, saying, oh, had I known? I have people reaching out to me today, even media people, telling me, apologizing to me that a lot of things I've said for more than 4 years ago about Buhari was coming to reality. Apologizing that if they had known what I knew then, many of them they exited social media because they said they act like fools. That's why would I get myself involved in putting this something there that has destroyed the African nation? And I was crying then. That's a witness. So what we are talking here is we are being used as a source of blessing to you. to educate you, to open your mind, to open your eyes, to know that doom is coming to Nigeria. The signs of those dooms are the
Mr.
mercenaries you are.
You have
And
not
let me
told me
explain
how
to you.
you intend to go about
Okay,
achieving the
let,
Yoruba
before I go to
nation
that, just
without
1 minute, let me explain
fueling
to you.
crisis.
Do you know the, let me ask a question. Do you know the reason why Igbo is being chased, is chased to be murdered? Do you know the
Okay.
reason why?
You share it with us.
Pardon? Can I share it?
Yeah.
Now, as I said, in 1 minute I will share it. As I said, those mercenaries you are seeing, they are being positioned in various places. Those places where they are being placed are places where the ethnic cleansing is going to start. When they are going to give their command, the entire village that are within that radius miles of within that vicinity are going to be depleted, because those are places where we have resources. And then let me bring you back home. Go and watch it on the video. Obadiah Melazia has said it several times that he has had discussion with all the commanders of these bandits, and they explained that by January 2022, the war is going to commence. Are you not telling me the agitators are those that is talking to Melafia that war is coming to Nigeria? That ethnic cleansing is coming to Nigeria? Let us be realistic. Everything you say is accounted for by God. Because if you mislead the people into death, you are not account for them. So if God is using us to open the eyes of our people, understand that you owe a duty to allow people to understand what is coming, so they can get prepared for it. We are on tenterhooks in Nigeria, and we are saying, people, be high opened. Fella said it. If you they follow, make you open eyes, open ears, open sense. That is the time you won't fall.
Okay.
Let's
Let's
sensitizing the fellow Nigerians. War is coming. Mercenaries are being imported. Ask yourself some questions. Why are mercenaries being put in bushes? Why are planes coming? Why are helicopters coming in the middle of the night dropping food and ammunition for them? Why? Are we so dull that we cannot reason, we cannot think beyond? Are you saying all is well? Is this the way Nigeria was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago? Can't we be realistic and let people understand so that they can get
Mr. Oguribido, can we achieve, do you think we can achieve this without all the talks about war, and all the chaos?
Who is talking war?
So tell us what Yoruba nation, what's the plan? I've been asking you, tell us what the plan to achieve your goals. What is your plan without chaos?
Why are you trying to link the agitation to war? Because you said this war. I don't know what. If you can repeat that, I can understand the question.
That's the word on the streets. That's the word on the streets. That the agitations and the refusal of the agitators to find peaceful channels to air their grievances. Okay, that's what it would lead to.
Has there been any violence has there been any violent way that people are agitating? Has the agitation caused any chaos, or has
many of the outings in Oyo, Osun have led to chaos. They've led to people being wounded or killed. Many of the rallies that have taken place.
Unfortunately, you are misleading the people, and you are being economic with the truth.
Is that true?
It is unfortunate that I find myself in this interview because I'm being twisted. You are telling me people agitating that they want their own nation are those that is bringing mercenaries to Nigeria, to the southern part of Nigeria. They are the people that, let me tell you, when Buhari came to government in 2015, what did he say? The first action he took was he transferred the head of the military to Maiduguri. So the plan has been a long plan, and he used the excuse of Boko Haram. What is the position of Boko Haram today? Tell me. So if you follow, let us open sense, let us open our brain, let us open our hearts. Why is it that we're educating our people to understand and then we are being twisted as if we are the troublemakers? This is unfortunate. God is watching everybody. What I'm saying, I'm going to account for it. If it's lies, God will punish me for it. If it's the truth, God will bless me for it.
Mr. Fatai, do you think restructuring can get us to where we are going as well?
How many years have people been crying about restructuring? Or are you not telling me because they know what was coming? Why is it that every part of our security, are you right? Why is that every part of our security is being manned by Fulanis? Put all these things together and come to a conclusion that we are a nation under serious conspiracy. We have to be realistic to ourselves. There's no other way to it. Nigeria has almost been brought down. This is the reality. And we are witnessing it every day. And we are now saying the agitation that people are making is one of the reasons why they are bringing mercenaries. This is disgraceful. When Boko Haram was raging, was ravaging nation 5, 6, 7, 4, 3 years ago, was there any agitation coming? The agitation is only 1 year old. So what are you talking about? Nigerians are being killed in tens every day. Are you not telling me the agitation is the reason why people are being killed? Don't let us mislead our.
I didn't tell you that's the reason they're being killed. I said it is fueling. It is further fueling what is happening in the country. Two wrongs cannot make a right, sir. Two wrongs cannot make a right. What some sectors are saying is that we should be sitting down to talk and not to fuel the crisis already on ground. That's why I said, what are your plans as Yoruba nation? What's your plan?
So they are fueling something. So the agitators are fueling something. So they are not.
In fact, let me go further to tell you that the Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians.
When Nigerians challenge the government into the table through the force majeure for almost 3 months, where was the government? Because you are putting across every semantics just to indicate that agitators are criminals. And this is very unfortunate.
That is giving you a platform to talk. So just tell us your story and why you think that you are on the right path.
Why I think when we think we are on the right path.
Yes.
What more can you use? What more format can you use to free yourself from enslavement? If not to take decision and let the entire world know what you are going through. Are you telling me as a Southerner today that all is well with Southern Nigeria? Are you telling me everything is okay with the way we are? Conquer everything, everybody? Are you telling me that we should be ready even Okada in Nigeria after 60 years of independence? Are you telling me it is right that there is no electricity in Nigeria after 60 years of independence? Are you telling me the roads in Lagos and everywhere is okay, and then there's no time? Come on, Yetune, please.
Yes, Mr. Oguribedo, all the analysis you've been making are about bad governance, and you have not. You've been stating your views about why you should have the Yoruba nation, but I have been putting it to you that your association, the Nigerians in diaspora, are believed to be the ones funding and backing the Yoruba nation into doing what all the rallies and the subsequent unrest that's been happening across Yoruba land.
Yes, I accept that the Nigerian diaspora are sensitizing the people in Nigeria. This is the reason why. This is just because by history we have understood that the tactics being used in Nigeria to suppress, to deprive, to subjugate, and destroy us in the south. Is divide and conquer. Some guys that are mere opportunists are being chosen and being elected. See, we can see that Buhari's election as the presidency. What part is Southwest taking in that presidency? I mean, in that government. Those who are partaking in this government are there through divide and rule because they single-handedly brought in Tinubu and most of the governors, most of the senators, most of the many of the traditional chiefs are the other parties of the governors. They are all there for Tinubu factors. So those that are actually going against the transition now are those income because they are raking the benefit of the enslavement of others. They are the slave agents. The government on top of the federal government are the dealers. And the masters are the Europeans who are actually giving them the power to be able to flex forces against us in the south. This is the reality of what is happening in Nigeria. The senators, the House of Reps, they are slave agents. We are the slaves. So if that divide and conquer, divide and rule is in place, and we understand it, and we are sensitizing people, the youth on the street, please, your destiny is in your hands. You have no representation in this government. Whoever is representing that government is representing himself, not you. For that reason, you university degree holders, master degree holders, doctorate degree holders, riding Okada, many people are committing suicide because there is no work for over 10 years. They came out of university. So if we are trying to let them open their eyes to allow them to understand what is in place in Nigeria, because they are not in a position to even understand.
Let me use your word. You said what Nigerians in diaspora are doing is sensitizing. You said it is sensitizing the Nigerians at home of what is happening and all that you have listed. Now, what I am saying is that all this sensitizing is leading to agitations and is leading to chaos. And the word on the street, you don't live in Nigeria, Mr. Oguribido. You don't.
Let me tell you something. Let me ask something to you. Now, if you think all is well with you in Nigeria, so be it. We here. There is nobody here. As long as you stepped out of Nigeria, let me tell you, your problem of hunger is absorbed. Because anywhere you are, in any part of Europe, you wake up in the morning, you will eat. You will have transportation. You live average life. So if, as people being saved, you think you are normal, and you can say this to the hearing of our people that all is well, and those who are trying to sensitize people are those that are causing trouble, well, may we all reap what we are sowing. This is the reality. I know most media in Nigeria are compromised.
Mr. Fatai, let's talk about restructuring. Where almost our time is almost up, but let's talk about restructuring. Okay. Restructuring, everybody has been talking about restructuring as a way out of the so-called impending doom. What do you think about restructuring?
Are you aware of the fact that restructuring has been on the table for several years and nothing is being done about it? You remember 2014?
We cannot stop discussing it.
Excuse me, in 2014 a conference was held during Jonathan's regime. And the issue of restructuring was actually attended to. And up to today, nothing has been done about it. Prior to 2014, there were other conferences that have been held about restructuring. All this government is doing is trying to just find a way to Maradona everybody, simply because they want to stay in power. The elites that are in power are those that is dictating the pace, because they are the main slave dealers. We are the slaves. The masters are the foreigners who are backing them. This is the reality of what is happening. The structuring is completely out of way because it has been on the table for several years, and nothing is being done about it. So if anybody is talking about the restructuring now, it is because we are now saying that we want our own nation. And even if they've said it that even though if restructuring has to take place, they are still going to hold the power because they are the one that will hold the power and they will never release that power. So what sort of restructuring are we talking about? We can't be fools forever. A fool at once is a fool forever. Nigeria is a fool at over 106 years. And it's a fool that is over 60.
Okay,
So
sir.
I don't really understand why you are defending all
Mr.
this sort of
Okuribido, it's been nice talking to you. It's been nice talking to you. I hope to have you again very soon. I always love your passion. I love your, you know, everything about the way you talk, you know. So we hope to have you back again very soon, especially on the um, ongoing discourse on the Igbo attack today. Maybe we'll have you back, you know.
anytime I'll be ready to attend to you
Oh,
anytime you call.
okay. So this is where we draw a curtain on lunchtime discourse for today. Hopefully, we'll be here again tomorrow to talk about something else. And you can always follow us, all our top stories, interviews, videos on our social media handles. And you can also go to Vanguard, our website on the www.vanguardndia.org. And my name is Yetunde Arebi. Thanks for watching.